Good day, this is Sylvie with another health tip. I have decided to forego the makeup. It is an experiment. I've always felt torn about wearing makeup or not wearing makeup for videos because really it's much more genuine for me not to wear makeup, as most days I do not wear it. And so I felt it was more genuine, more with more integrity to choose not to wear makeup. I also have an issue with wearing makeup in terms of well, why would a woman have to wear makeup to be considered serious? And a man doesn't have to. It just doesn't seem fair. So here we go. So we'll see in the next few videos to see how my ratings or how I get viewed, if it makes any difference. Though this is much more true to myself, much more walking my talk. So it goes with this new tip, which is connected to fairly recent discovery, an amazing human being named Bruno Gröning, who came from Germany, who was making absolute miracles, biblical type miracles. People would come to him by the thousands, and they would be healed. They even would wait for days, and he would come out on his balcony. It was quite the thing. And people would get up out of their wheelchairs. People would leave their canes behind. A blind person could see. Now, I did notice him mentioning one person about the kind of condition it was, and one person he said that he could help, and the other person he said that he couldn't. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. It could have been the person's frame of mind as well as potentially the kind of condition. That's interesting because he says that, God is the only physician that we need, and there's so many words one can use. I like to use the source of all that is. I also like to use great creator or divine great creator or whatever universal energy, infinite intelligence. There are so many names from it. It's just Bruno was coming from, I guess, a little bit more of a Christian bent. And so he would use the term God, though he did not seem to prescribe to Christianity per se as a thing. He did not preach. He just did works. So he helped people. He helped all people of all religions, all colors, all faiths. It didn't matter to him. All he cared about was helping people, and that was his passion and his gift. And so just learning about that and becoming more and more aware of daily miracles. And I know someone who was studying his work and used some of his techniques and his help, even though he's no longer in body. We don't disappear. He's still here. His energy is still here. We can still call upon his energy, his frequency, his vibration for help. So this is very interesting. And we can also connect with source of all that is directly, which is ideal. So there are practices for doing that. And he did note that he said that our bodies are like batteries and they need to be recharged. And he has a technique that he taught for people to do that, which is, he calls it Einstellen, which is tuning in. And I left a video on how to do it. It's pretty much, you don't cross anything. You stay in a receiving state. Ideally, it's best to do it in the morning, or you can do it before bed, or you can do it at any time you feel you need to receive. And sort of palms open, I put them on my lap, nothing crossing, and go to your happy place, so to speak. So whatever thoughts feel the most wonderful at the time, if there's something that you like to do, I often imagine myself floating in the water. I'm a real water person, those who know me. So whatever in that moment, or a string of thoughts that bring upon that happy feeling, going to happy place, and just being in absolute receiving mode, because there is energy all around us, and we can tap into that and receive that and use that for healing and use that for increasing our strength and abilities so that we can help others do the same, so that we can help everyone heal. So that is part of his mission that I would love to support, and that's part of my mission. And learning every day, changing every day, becoming more and more authentic every day, so that I felt this was the perfect video to stop wearing makeup on. So here we go. I just want to double check that I didn't miss anything. There's free videos on YouTube, maybe on other platforms as well, about his whole life story. It's like part 1, 2, and 3. I've watched part 1 and a little bit of part 2 of the documentaries of his life. Fascinating. It's amazing to see what he was able to do, and sort of shocking and, well, depending on what you know, upsetting at the very least, to see how some powers that were, some people who how they tried to stop him. Because, I don't know, you can't go around helping people. Can't have that, apparently. So, very interesting. And so, yeah, the first video is very positive. The other one might be, I haven't looked at it because my partner didn't want to see his demise. He thought we'd be too depressing. I'm still curious. I think I want to watch the whole thing just to see how he managed himself through the whole thing. So very, very interesting life, very inspiring. And the idea is that, you know, if he can do it, we can all do it. So learning how to do this, learning how to release all that is blocking us, and learning how to embrace goodness and love to the most maximum levels that we can, and increasing the light that we shed, that we share, and that we share with ourselves, that we comes out of ourselves, that the love that comes out of ourselves, and to see what we can accomplish, and to increase the probabilities and the occurrences of miracles. So very exciting. I think I've got links. I think there's not a whole lot to say here. That's pretty much it. Yep. Okay. So without further ado, I'll leave you to check out the links that I left. And my wish is for you to be absolutely inspired in spirit to create miracles of your own. Have a wonderful week. Bye.